My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes we simply forget the truth. Allah created us exactly as we were meant to be. We weren't designed for perfection in this world, but to be real, humble, and growing. You don't have to carry the heavy weight of everyone's expectations on your shoulders. You don't need to frantically fix every single flaw or constantly measure your life against others. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us, Allah does not look at your appearance or your wealth, but He looks at your hearts and your deeds. So breathe. Take a deep, gentle breath. You are already enough for the one who created you. The same Allah who meticulously designed the stars, designed you. And He makes no mistakes. Stop comparing your journey to others. Comparison is one of the quietest, most effective ways that Satan, steals your peace. You look at others' blessings and somehow manage to forget how much Allah has already given you. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, gave us this profound, simple advice. Look to those below you, not to those above you. That simple reminder carries a deep wisdom. Because the more you compare, the less you appreciate. You simply cannot see the unique beauty of your own life while you're busy staring at someone else's. Allah didn't create you to be them. He created you to be you. Each person walks a path perfectly written for their soul. What looks like a frustrating delay in your life might actually be divine timing in disguise. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, assured us, what has reached you was never meant to miss you. And what has missed you was never meant to reach you. The moment you start comparing your story, you begin doubting your author. And the author of your destiny never writes without a profound purpose. When you compare, you focus on the surface, possessions, status, appearances. But Allah looks at the unseen, your heart, your sincere effort, your inner struggle. Two people can pray side by side, yet their rewards will differ because one prays with presence while the other is lost in distraction. Allah measures quality, not quantity. Never feel less because your blessings look different. They were tailored for you. Every soul has its own rhythm, its own test, and its own unique journey back to Allah. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, the most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if small. Maybe your steps are small, but they are steady. And that consistency is what truly counts. You're not behind, you are simply becoming. Every day you wake up and try again is proof that Allah hasn't given up on you. Comparison blinds you to your true purpose. You begin to chase what others have instead of cherishing what Allah has assigned to you. The Quran warns us, and do not wish for that by which Allah has made some of you exceed others. Your test is custom made. Your patience is your unseen crown. Even if no one else sees it, Allah does. When you compare, you forget that everyone's highlight reel hides hardship. The person you envy might be praying for the very peace and contentment you already have. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us, richness does not lie in the abundance of possessions, but in the richness of the soul. What you call less might actually be more, because Allah gave you the gift of contentment, while others are drowning in distraction and desire. The more you look at others, the less you see yourself. That's why the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, urged us to know your worth. Allah chose your features, your voice, your specific tests, and your unique timeline, all with divine precision. You can't improve your soul by trying to imitate someone else's journey. True growth happens when you focus on what Allah placed within you, not what He gave to others. The moment you stop comparing, gratitude starts growing. You begin to see blessings in the ordinary, your breath, your health, your home, the ability to pray. The Quran says, if you are grateful, I will surely increase you. Gratitude turns what you have into abundance, while comparison turns abundance into emptiness. You can't have peace and envy in the same heart. Comparison often leads to despair, especially when life feels slow. But Allah reminds you, indeed, with hardship comes ease. Every delay in your story serves a divine purpose. Perhaps you are being protected, purified, or prepared. Don't envy the speed of others. Trust the direction Allah is taking you in. Your timeline is not late, it is exact. You can't measure yourself by worldly standards when your soul was created for eternity. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The world is a prison for the believer and a paradise for the disbeliever. If life feels heavy, it's because you're not meant to settle here. The believer's peace isn't found in comparison, but in conviction, the conviction that Allah's plan is flawless, even when your life isn't. Comparison is a test of trust. When you envy someone, you are subtly questioning Allah's distribution. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Be content with what Allah has given you, and you will be the richest of people." Richness isn't a number, it's a mindset. Trust that Allah gave you exactly what you need for the role He wrote for you in this world. Nothing less, nothing more. When you stop comparing, you start connecting, with yourself, with others, and most importantly, with Allah. You realize that every believer is walking the same uphill path, just through different terrains. No one's journey is superior, only unique. You'll never be able to focus on your own growth if your eyes are always on someone else's progress. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, advised, "Whoever is busy with his own faults will not have time to look at the faults of others." When you turn your attention inward, you stop judging and your heart begins to soften. That is how true humility grows. Growth takes time. Just as the seed doesn't bloom the moment it's planted, your spiritual and emotional development takes time. You're not meant to be perfect overnight. You're meant to evolve gradually through tests and repentance. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, never compared himself to others. His focus was always inward, improving his connection with Allah, perfecting his character, and serving people selflessly. That is your model. You don't need to outshine anyone. You need to outgrow who you were yesterday. Every small act of self-improvement is a victory in Allah's sight. When you stop comparing, your heart finally rests. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever is content with what Allah has decreed for him will find peace." Peace doesn't come from getting what others have. It comes from trusting that what you have is already enough. Your journey, your pain, your pace, all of it was written perfectly for your soul's growth. When you embrace that, you stop envying others and start seeing the true beauty in your own becoming. My beloved brothers and sisters, stop comparing your journey to others. Comparison dims your light, while gratitude brightens your path. Allah sees your effort, not your ranking. You are not late. You are not behind. And you are not forgotten. Walk your path with sincerity. One prayer, one breath, one steady step at a time.